Hey, welcome to our Now Loading segment. It's brought to you by our friends over at Mountain Dew. Our buddy Jeremy Duff is in the house. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Jeremy is the senior staff writer over at GamingNexus.com and Rogue Gaming. You know a lot about the games, bro.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So you want to talk about something that's like incredibly interesting this week. By the way, last week, man, people really enjoyed the segment.
Good.
You know, we found out we got a lot of gaming fans out there, and a lot of people tuned in, and they really enjoyed it. So this week you offer up something completely unique. WWE, for a long time, has had some great games.
They have, definitely.
And I would almost say, like, you know, they've become kind of like fighting games, you know, like where you can sit down, you're not necessarily like getting into like a mission, so, you know, you could play like one and done kind of situation.
I think they've straddled the fence a little bit on those. They're kind of trying to move back to the more simulation-based and kind of making it feel like the real WWE product anymore. So they definitely moved to the fighting game.
What would you call like the last game that was like that? Like how many years has it been since they had like a good simulation type game?
For a good simulation, well, I'd say the last 3 years have definitely been more and more simulation.
Mm-hmm.
But for a while they released, you know, one where it was like these super deformed comic book style characters. It was a straight
like the Immortal
game
thing that they released for iPad.
Yeah, they had one very much like that. I think it was WWE. I cannot remember what it was called, but it was really good. It was just a fighting game. They were definitely very cartoon looky. And, you know, you had a punch, a kick, and you did these super gigantic moves, and you could jump up to the lights in the arena.
So this is going to be
I would
more
like that.
Yeah.
I
It's
do.
going to be more like you're watching real wrestling.
No,
right?
yeah, this one is based on the Xbox One and PS4 versions that launched back in November or late October. And it's definitely very simulation-based. They got the storyline modes. You can pick different storylines and follow them as they happened in the WWE. You can kind of relive them. They're called showcases. Like one of the downloadable ones is you go through the career of the Ultimate Warrior from when he first came into the WWE and whatnot. But
yeah, do you see like his birth?
Yeah, you
in
see
parts unknown.
Yep, you actually. Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
all of like the badass characters from the WWE, like back in the '80s. No one had like a normal like hometown.
Yeah.
They were all from parts unknown.
Yes,
From parts unknown. Like, really? You signed this guy to a contract. You have no idea where he was born?
And did he know the other people who were from parts unknown?
Yeah,
there
exactly.
Were quite a few of them.
It's a big neighborhood. But so this is going to be the first game that's ever featured for the PC.
Well, the first one in quite a while. The last one was back in like 2002. Was the first time they released an official game in
The dark
PC.
ages, man.
And, you know, people have been wanting it for years for one reason. PC gamers modify things.
Yes.
So that's the big hope with
Now,
this
for
one.
somebody like me, what does that mean?
They will make their own assets and alter the game. If gamers are not happy with it, they will fix it themselves.
Is that what it is? They write code?
Yeah, back in the day, bro, I used to wrestle pillows, right? And I used to have this name. Yeah, I did, okay?
What was her name?
Listen, okay, Thick Rick.
Seal.
You know, I had like my own tights and stuff, you know, like I get all dressed up.
wow.
I was Jumpin' Jay Black Widow, right? My buddy was Jumpin' Jay Flying Cougar, or Super Jay Flying Cougar. Hey, shut up, Rick. I was Jumpin' Jay Black Widow. He was Super Jay Flying Cougar. We were the JL Express, right? If I wanted to create my own character from my childhood, could I do that on this game?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can create
Yes,
your
I
own
can,
guy from
Randy.
the ground up. You can even import your face into it. and
Loper,
have
you
your
can't even
actual
use a
face on the
controller.
guy.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, well, good news. It's on the PC now. So what do I use? Keyboard?
Or controller. It's up to you.
What kind of controller?
And the Xbox, I'm
Xbox
sorry,
control.
you can't plug your old NES or Genesis controller in there.
So they have like specific controllers for the PC?
No, like I said last week, any modern console, kind of the Xbox is the go-to controller for PC. Any Xbox 360 or
Wait,
Xbox
you plug
One.
that sumbitch right into your
Yep,
PC?
right
Thick
into
Rick,
the
did you know
USB
this?
port.
Yes.
Huh. I had no idea. So where's it plug in at?
USB?
USB.
Come on, Loper.
Yeah.
USB.
Really?
It's the same thing that plugs into your Xbox.
That's a USB? I'd never plugged it in
PlayStation
before.
as well. Yeah.
I make my kid do that.
Well, there
I
you
know,
go.
we do. We're like, Jaden, just fix
well,
it.
you know, while
Set it up.
while it's plugged in, it's charging, so then you don't need the cable.
Yeah.
But-
Or I was like, Jaden, come do the TV. He's 11.
do the
He
TV.
does everything for us with technology.
So the hope here is that the modding community gets a hold of it and basically adds every wrestler we've ever wanted to see in the game. And
yeah.
exactly.
Might get a little madness in there.
He's already in
Jeremy
it, actually,
Duff,
but-
yeah.
he's already in there.
Could you tell me real quick again what your childhood wrestling name was?
I'd be Jumpin' Jay Black Widow.
Don't get him going, though.
Jay Black.
And then I
Got
found
it.
out that Black Widow was only a chick spider, but I was deep in the character already.
Which
kinda sucked.
We're tying this into the Bruce Jenner
Yeah,
story.
no, it's kind of sucked. But here's my gimmick, right? My gimmick is after the match, I'd beat him with a nightstick. a la the Big Boss Man, and then I
Okay.
cut their hair like Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
These guys are jerks, man. I can't believe I revealed my true identity on the show.
Black Widow.
Black Widow, baby.
It's Jumpin' Jay, Kelly. All right, have some respect.
Now we're going to see how many Jumpin' Jays pop up on the game with people making it and sharing it online.
Jerks, yeah,
Look,
trying to
it's a
steal.
Black Widow, baby.
Here's what I want. I want some royalties from that. That's my thing. All right, so Jeremy Duff here from Gaming Nexus and Rogue Gaming. It's Loper and Randy in the morning. We just talked about the new PC-based WWE 2K15 game that's coming out, and what is the drop date for that?
That is today, actually.
Whoa.
Mostly, probably the easiest way to get it is digital, Steam.
Steam.
Steam, which is the big digital distribution on PC.
So I go to like steam.com?
Steampowered.com.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of the hub most PC gamers use that stores all their games. It's kind of its own program on a PC. And
Yeah. What about Mean Gene Okerlund? Is he in there?
Yes, actually.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
No,
that guy.
the last DLC pack that dropped for the game, which is free with this one,
Yeah.
included was the Ultimate Warrior story, and it brought back a bunch of the 80s wrestlers and managers.
Oh, that's all like Bad News
Always
Brown.
my favorite. No, I wish.
Yeah.
No, but
Do you remember that guy used to kick you in the back of the head? Called it the Ghetto Blaster. Did you see him, Gorilla? He got him with a Ghetto Blaster. I think somebody was got with the Ghetto Blaster in Baltimore yesterday.
but
So-
it had like Rick Rude.
Oh, really?
Andre the Giant.
I
Randy
told you about
Savage.
Rick Rude was one of my favorite dudes, man. I love that guy. Always shaking his hips at the ladies.
And he always had somebody's wife painted on his.
Yeah, Jake the
on his
Snake. He
crotch,
hated
yep.
that, man. He hated that. So, new Call of Duty drops today as well, right?
Well, the new DLC pack.
Okay, so what does DLC mean?
The downloadable content. It's kind of like an expansion.
Yeah.
Extra maps to play on. It's
Okay.
got an extra map for the co-op zombie mode.
Yeah.
And new playlists and stuff. But it's been out for a while on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. They have an exclusivity contract, so it always drops there first. But now it's rolling out for everybody else. So PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC owners, they can finally get all that today.
So how much longer do I have as an Xbox 360 guy? Like, until I'm completely obsolete? It
It's hard
seems
to
like
say.
they keep rocking games pretty hard,
Yeah,
right?
they
PS3
do.
keeps
I mean-
bringing out the games too.
PlayStation 2, they still have games that released as late as this past December. So, I mean, it'll hang on for a few years. I want to say that they pledged to support it through at least 2017.
Yeah, and the new systems you can't play the old games on, correct?
Nope.
Yeah, so if you've got a PS1 or PS2 or earlier Xbox games, you can only play them on the 3 or the Xbox One, but you can't play them on the new system.
Yeah. So you see what
I
somebody
love it.
texted
That's
in?
why Kelly and I are dying.
Yeah, what a jerk, man.
Big T from the east side. I love him. He goes, humping gay Black Widow.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Big T, why don't you go back to the east side, all right? Hibernate a little while. Yeah, somebody else texted in, Yo Loper, I love you, but it's so painful listening to you talk about video games.
Oh,
when
I
you
wrote
don't
back.
know what's going on.
I wrote
What?
back. I was like, really painful? I go, I think it's funny to make fun of him. For
Plus,
not
we have
knowing.
the expert here for that.
Yeah,
I
well, listen, I'm not the one hosting the gaming segment.
Exactly.
That's
We
why
brought-
we got Jeremy Duff,
Brought
all right?
someone in for that, and it's fun to make fun of you for.
And you know what? I'm playing a character, guys, okay? I'm dumbing it down a little bit, you know?
And then, in case you forgot, someone texted in and called you humping gay Black Widow.
Yeah, whatever.
Billy
Whatever.
said, as an avid gamer, I'm loving this new segment.
Yeah, this is. I like it a lot, man, because it's very informative. Because obviously, when you're listening to this segment, if you couldn't tell, big shocker, I don't know a lot about video games anymore. You know, so like it's kind of like a way for some of us, I don't know, into our 30s type dudes, that maybe,
We know what
diapers
our
took
kids are
away.
playing.
Yeah, well, diapers took away the video games, man. Video killed the radio star.
That's true.
Yeah, poo killed the video games for us, man.
Yeah, but then they grow up and give you an excuse to play again.
That's
Exactly.
That's true.
So I got to know what's up,
Yep, and you can just, tell them, well, let Dad show you how to do it. But really,
Exactly.
you're just trying to get
You
back
know how
into
great
it.
you're going to be and useful you're going to be at Christmas time?
Yeah. Like, Duff, I got a question, bro.
I know.
So, with the new Call of Duty, you get new maps now.
Yeah.
So, like, how much gameplay is that added to like the existing game that you have already?
Well, it depends on what you're into. For the people who play online competitively,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big thing. It's new areas for them to play in. I mean, of course, they're playing hours and hours a day anyway, as it is. So, new maps just adds more variety to it.
Yeah, but you're still going to hear you're going the wrong way.
Going
Loper.
the wrong way.
I hate that
Turn
guy, man.
around. You're
I
going
hate
the
that
wrong
guy.
way. Jane and I just sit there and laugh. We're
So-
like, oh my gosh.
Same map, different new map, different result. Same
Steve
result.
just texted in. Let's see here. Steve said they announced Black Ops 3 will be next gen only.
Yes. You'll probably end up seeing a port of it for 360 and PS3, but it's not going to be handled by the main developer. A lot of times what they do is they'll make the main game for the current systems, which in this case would be PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and then they'll basically hand that code off to a side developer who will port it over, but it won't be the same. I mean, it just won't feel the same, and might be missing some features. But yeah, so far they've announced next gen only, and that's November 6th, I believe.
What are the big differences between, like, if you're going to go out and buy the new Xbox One, or if you're going to buy a PlayStation 4?
You know, when you get to the...
Because Rick's like all PlayStation all the time.
well,
It only does everything.
honestly, anymore nowadays, spec-wise, technical, their abilities, they're pretty much on par. You get some visual differences in terms of the 1080p versus 720p and 900 and things like that, but you really have to have a trained eye to notice that stuff. What you're really looking at is who makes the first-party games. Because you get your Call of Duty and stuff, they're going to be on both of them. But do you like the games that Microsoft, do you like Halo? Because that's
Love
not going to be
Halo.
on PlayStation.
I like Halo.
That's only going to be on Xbox. Versus, you know, you got games like Uncharted that only Sony makes, so you're not going to see that on...
Yeah.
They're both
The other one.
fantastic.
Yes, they're great
machines,
systems.
Man. I mean, you can't go wrong.
That was the
with either
last
one.
game I really was into was Halo, so I have an affection for Xbox.
Yeah, see, I'm not one of those people who kind of swear loyalty to one or another. As long as you're playing games, I'm happy.
I say have them both.
Exactly.
I'm a real gamer, so I play on the PC. You know what I mean? And most people know that.
And what do you use on the PC?
I use my my code name, Jumpin' J Black Widow. So if you guys want to hit me up on some of the gaming websites.
Let me write that down. Humping Gay.
Yeah, Humping Gay Black Widow. Yeah. So there you go. Jeremy Duff. You guys can listen to this segment each and every Tuesday. We do it at 6:30. I appreciate you coming in, my friend. And
problem.
if they want to find you, go to GamingNexus.com, Rogue Gaming. I promise my knowledge on video games, it's only getting deeper, man.
We're going to make you a pro.
Yeah, people like it. Nate said I'm also a great fan of the gaming community. I know a lot, and I've had to explain things to people like Loper, so I don't cringe at Loper. He'll get it.
Is it really that big of a deal? People are really, you know what?
Listen, Jumpin' Jay, you settle down over there.
Yeah.
Quit jumping around.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming in, man. Good to see you.
All right, thanks.